Good morning to one and all. Today our topic is the second topic of second unit, that is nothing but principles and the process of design thinking. What are the principles of design thinking? We have to learn about that, and then we have to learn about the process of design thinking, exactly how the mechanism will run at design thinking. Okay, now we have seen the design thinking principles. Okay, now before we are discussing principles of design thinking, let us learn about what is design thinking methodology and the principles exactly. The design thinking principles begins with a set of principles. It begins with a set of principles that frame a way, okay, that frame a way to see the problems and solutions from a new point of view. Okay, what I am meant to say in the sense, listen carefully. Design thinking begins with some set of principles that frame a way to see what are the problems and solutions from a particular new point of view. These principles provide the foundation for delivering the particular solution of what the problem given, that meet or whatever it may be, that meet or extend your users expectations or needs or whatever their problems. These principles must and should include. Okay, what the principles include in the sense, a focus on user outcomes. Okay, first of all, what is the focus, what the focus on user outcomes, and then we have to diverse the empowered teams. There are so many teams now. The teams we have to must and should diverse the empowered teams, and then we have to restless reinvention. We have to do the principle, the next principle, restless reinvention, and we have to learn about the IBM design thinking principles, what the design thinking loop and iteration will be formed. Okay, in the midst of uncertainty, we need a model for action. First of all, we need a model for a particular action. We call this a model nothing but a loop. Loop is nothing but iterative. First of all, we have to iterative process will be done. Okay, we call this model like a loop, a continuous cycle. Okay, nothing but a continuous cycle of observing. First of all, what emphasize will be done, and then define, and then ideate, and then prototype, and then finally we have to test and deliver the product to the customer, and then finally if we have to do implementation. Okay, this is the loop is nothing but a continuous cycle of observing. Okay, and we can call it as reflecting, and we want to making. Okay, go in any order okay, you like it, your wish, whatever you like it as. Okay, go in any order you like it. Okay, take as many iterations as needed. Okay, if you want any iterations, take it as many iterations as needed. What I meant to say in the sense, it's nothing but we call this model as a loop. It's nothing but a continuous cycle of observing, reflecting, and we are making. Okay, the thing about here, the continuous improvement is that you are never done. Okay, there will always be a better solution. Okay, just around the corner. Okay, we have to learn about the continuous improvement is that you are never done that. Okay, there will always be a better solution just around that particular corner. Okay, what I meant to say in the sense, our clients to understand the present and to envision the future terms also, it able to understand the clients to build on their successes and learn about from their failures also. Even along with the way, when we are taken to heartedly, the loop keeps the continuous cycle of observing keeps everyone moving forward. Okay, despite the uncertainty for the future purpose, it may hold. This is nothing but the design thinking loop. Okay, it's nothing but a continuous life cycle of observing of design thinking loop, how it reflecting, how it will be making, okay, the our clients to understand the present and the past, and we want to envision the future also. We want to able to understand the clients, how to build on their successes and learn about from their failures also, along with the way also. Even regarding when we are taking that particular continuous life cycle of design thinking, what we are observing, first of all, we keep in your mind, everyone, we are moving forward despite the uncertainty what the future may hold. Okay, this is the concept of the design thinking loop. Learn about before design thinking principles. Okay, these are the basic content what I am saying now. Now we had seen here the three principles of design thinking, how the way to solve business challenges. First of all, we have to solve the business challenges according to the design thinking purpose. Okay, design thinking is a structured approach to solve business challenges of all types. What I meant to say in the sense, it is a one type of a structured approach, in the sense to come forward. It is a structured manner. We want to solve a particular business challenges and assumptions, whatever it may be. If we have so many types is there, of all types, we want to solve some business challenges. It is as a pervasive, okay, we are interactive process aimed at identifying some creative solutions to business challenges by putting yourself in the shoes of a customer. For example, if you have to take the customer shoes is a product, it is nothing but it is an interactive process with a customer or a designer or a developer, whatever it may be. It should be the aim at they are identifying a creative solution, okay, about that particular shoe to the purpose of a business challenges by putting yourself, your confidence in the shoes of that a particular customer, how to interact you that particular customer, and how to identifying a creative solution to the purpose of a business challenges. Okay, now coming to the second principle is nothing but a different way of thinking. Okay, so for example, if you have to take one person has think a different way, another person has think about a different way. Okay, so different peoples have think about at our mindset different ideas we get by challenging assumptions to get some new ideas about that particular product. So different people have different ideas. Okay, what I meant to say in the sense, a different way of thinking in your mindset. Okay, what that principle of design thinking. Design thinking, it's a process, we want to create you a problem solving. It has been a human centered core, exactly the business challenges or whatever it may be at a marketplace. Design thinking is a different way of thinking. In the past in the sense, in the past present, present that past in the sense జరిగిపోయిన దాని గురించి. Okay, in the past solving business challenges, it happened as the experts huddled around a boardroom, a table, and making decisions based on preferences and gut feel. The Don Draper's meetings in Mad Men. Then business started asking focus groups or studying analytics to make decisions. In the sense, what is exactly in the sense, in previous days we want to solving some business challenges. It was some occurred. Yes, the experts huddled around a broad room, a table, and we are making some decisions based on that preferences, and we feel just some one person will be there. Don Draper's meeting is there in Mad Men. and then the business will be started. They are asking a focus a particular groups or whatever it may be, studying analytics to make decisions. The particular person will take a decision about that particular business challenges. They are thinking like a different way of thinking. Okay, this is the concept of a different way of thinking. And coming to the human centered core, design thinking has been it is a human centered core. Already just previous classes also I said to you what a human centered in exactly in the sense we just mentioned empathy as the bedrock of design thinking. What design thinking bedrock is nothing but empathy. Empathy is nothing but, first of all, if you have to take some problem, first of all we need to understand what that exact problem, and we need to observe that first of all, and then that is the topic of empathy. It is the bedrock of design thinking, the key concept of first phase. Okay, but it bears repeating what I meant to say, but it bears a repeating, continuing. One of the biggest distinctions about design thinking, it is a human centered core. Design thinking is a human centered core. It's based on the user needs and their problems, what the exact people real people wants. Okay, we want to think about that first. Design thinking is human centered, based on the needs and wants of real people, what they want. Okay, design thinking can be a radically human centered. Okay, what I meant to say in the sense, it should be radically a human centered core, because what I meant to say in the sense, it continuously talks to the real users, in the sense real users or real customers, okay, real consumers, real vendors, what they we are getting some feedback a particular product. Okay, we are taking real users feedbacks. Okay, it continually talks to real users and gets their feedbacks, and we want to do some work about that particular feedback. We and works to emphasize with their own needs and own wants. Okay, what does exactly the human centered is nothing but the bedrock of design thinking is nothing but we just really mentioned empathy. Okay, what does empathy in the sense, we first of all, if you have some problem, we need to understand and we need to observe what that problem exactly it beats repeating. One of the biggest distinction about design thinking has been a human centered core. It based on the whatever the customer needs. Okay, whatever the customer real peoples or real users wants. Design thinking can be a radically a human centered core, because it was continually talks to a real users, get their feedback. Okay, and we want to work about to emphasize with their own with their wants and the particular needs of their users. Okay, this is the concept of principles of design thinking exactly. Now we can learn about how design thinking works, how the design thinking works. You have seen how the working mechanism, the way you practice design thinking is more than we can cover in detail in this post. Look at this post. I can mention this post. Look at all of this post. If we have explained about real practice about design thinking, and even if we could design thinking is a something that is better coach than a thought. Okay, listen carefully. It is a better catch than thought. In other words, what I meant to say in the sense, the best way to learn design thinking is by experiencing it. What I meant to say now, the best way to learn about design thinking is by experiencing it. Okay, if we have seen some practice session at our college time, okay, we met at college, we have seen some practice sessions about the subject of design thinking. Okay, now we have seen how design thinking works exactly. What are the guiding principles you have seen now? guiding principles in the sense, first of all, the person is focus on user outcomes. Okay, the user tell the outcomes, what are the feedback, the user outcomes. First of all, the person will focus on user outcomes. Listen carefully. And then we have to see in the second diagram how design thinking works. It will be relentless reinvention. What that product will defect, we have seen once again. We have to grown, we have to take some particular product, that product will grown and harvest again. In the sense, the person will check the what the problem will defect at that particular product. We want to reinventing again. Okay, in the sense it is a form of repetitive way. In the sense, relentless reinvention, again we have to reinvent that particular product. Here, coming to the third picture, some team member, one group have some team members. Okay, some 5 or 4 or 10 members, anything. Okay, here the team members look at that particular product. They are diverse, empowered team. Okay, the particular team think about the product, how the product defects, how the product outcomes, how it will be. The particular team will analyze, they are understand and they observe how they define what the user problem, what are the user problems, what their user needs and their problems and your insights. Okay, we have to done it diverse empowered teams to empower the particular team about that particular product. Okay, these are the guiding principles how design thinking works. Sorry. Now we can learn about what is the focus on user outcomes. Previous slide we can see focus on user outcomes, how the picture will represent you. What does exactly I want to say now? Listen carefully. Okay, focus on user outcomes in the sense, what I meant to say in the sense, as we have already discussed, design thinking focuses on what actual human wants. In the sense, what actual human being wants and needs, and then delivers it to them. This is the concept of focus on user outcomes. And coming to the in previous slide, we seen the second picture of guiding principles, relentless reinvention. We have to reinvent again. Everything is a prototype. Okay, in the sense, to start a creative solution, everything is a prototype in a design thinking approach. Okay, that means that everything can be altered, everything can be changed, and we want to improve or enhanced based on what we have to learn from how users react. Okay. Listen carefully. Everything is a prototype. In the sense, we want to create a particular solution. We have to think about some new idea about that particular product in a design thinking approach. So that means that everything can be altered and improved based on what we learn from how the users reactions. Okay, and then we have learned about diverse, empowered teams. In previous slide, we seen the last picture represents some group of people will be there like a team. Okay, what they empowered the team particularly. Listen carefully now. No one job function determines what we make. What we make, no one job function will be determined or evaluated. By combining the salespersons or whatever it may be, the operations, how the operation will be performed and how the development will be done with a particular product, and we want to design the product, and especially what the end users think about that particular product. We get better insights into the particular people, what the user needs. In the end of that, diversity is nothing but it is the key to powerful innovation. What I meant to say now, diversity is the key to powerful innovation, because what I meant to say in a sense, the ability to get a 360-degree view of a problem and to incorporate the input of all aspects of the particular team. It is a key strength of a design thinking methodology. What exactly I want to say in the sense, in the end of that, diversity is the key to powerful innovation thoughts, to get some new ideas, because the ability to get a 360 degree view of a problem, and we want to incorporate that particular problem, the input of all aspects we have to take in of that particular team. It is a key strength of design thinking methodology. It is the concept of principles of design thinking. Okay, we have to learn the guidelines principles also. What is the rhythm of the loop? Okay, now we can see the rhythm of the loop, how the rhythm of the loop, how we want to design and how we want to run a particular product and how we want to build. Okay, now we can look at this diagram carefully, otherwise we can't able to understand these concepts again and again. Okay, this is nothing but the rhythm of the loop. First of all, we have seen here design. A particular product we have to choose. First of all, we have to design that, the way of designing, and then we have to build that particular product. In the sense, we want to develop, we want to build up that particular product, and finally the product will be to start some creative, some new ideas about that particular product we want to develop, and then finally we have to test and deliver, and finally we have to implement, and then if we have to run the particular product. Okay, this is nothing but the rhythm of the loop. First of all, if we have to design and then build, and finally if you have to run that particular product. If you have to, iterative loop will be form is nothing but it's a life cycling. It is a continuous life cycling about design thinking principle. It is nothing but the rhythm of the loop, how the exact work will be done at design thinking. Okay, now we have seen, look at this. What exactly in previous slide we seen the rhythm of the loop design. First of all, we have to learn about a design. Okay, what is a design? Already I say you a design is nothing but it keep users user point of view at the center of the action, while rapidly identifying what are the requirements and prototyping solutions. This may happen through interviews, surveys and shadowing, and one more we can tell about that contextual inquiries or other methods, whatever it may be, we have to choose in that. It also happens through divergent thinking, in which everyone from every role can record what they have noticed. Okay, what the particular person design some particular product or project, keep it in mind, the particular user at the center of the action, while rapidly they are identifying requirements. What are the requirements we need about that particular project, and we are the project we have to release a particular movement and prototyping to start our creative solution. This may happen occurred through certain interviews, surveys and shadowing and contextual inquiries or other methods. It also happens through the divergent thinking, the thinking way of divergent. Okay, in which everyone from every role, it may record that what they have, then they are noticed at particular view. Okay, it is nothing but the concept of design. And coming to the build, first of all, if we have to design the particular product and we have to build up, and in the sense build up in the sense we want to develop. Okay, in the sense to leverage leverage the agile techniques to deliver a high quality solutions. And wow, your users think about is very nice this technique. It's one type of method to deliver a high quality solution. Yes, the users think about it, comes together with your design thinking team and look within to talk about what you have observed there. First of all, you need to understand the particular product, and then if we have to observe the design thinking team look towards the particular product, the talked about what you have observed. First of all, as you do, you begin to converge on some empathetic ideas to explore further. Okay, if you get some new ideas about your at your mind, keep it if we have to think about a particular product, we need to understand, we need to observe that particular product, how we can you begin to converge on some empathetic ideas, okay, to explore further needs. Okay, this is the concept of how we want to build a particular product or whatever it may be, a project. And coming to finally how we can run a particular product, in the sense how we want to deliver or how we want to test and how we want to implement. This is the concept of run. Okay, we want to maintain a reliable means it should available at all times of the particular solution. Okay, that users trust, what that particular users trust, while gathering a meaningful observations to make it even a better solution. We get it. We want to treat everything as a prototype. We want to treat everything as a prototype. Begin with low fidelity and we want to increase the fidelity as we want to get some feedbacks from a particular user, give some outcomes, focus on user outcomes. We want to get some feedback from the real world, and we want to iterate on the idea again and again where the product will defect. Okay, if you want to maintain a reliable solution that users trust while gathering a meaningful observations to make it even better. So treat everything as a prototype. Begin with low fidelity and we want to increase the fidelity as you get feedback from the real world, and we want to iterate on the particular idea. It is the concept of a run. Later we discuss the concept how the keys of alignment will be. Okay, these are the key alignments. Okay, now we have to learn about the key of alignment. The keys, what are the keys? Alignment in the sense we have to align the particular key in a certain way. Okay, in further video we have to explain the keys of alignment now. Okay, the keys is not in keys of alignment is nothing we have to take some hills. Hills is nothing but align teams on what meaningful user outcomes, what you are achieving, and when you are achieving, what are the user outcomes, what that exactly meaningful align a particular team. If you here look at this diagram, hills is nothing but align teams on a meaningful user outcome. Coming to the playback, we want to stay aligned by regularly exchanging the feedbacks. Okay, playback again, we want to stay aligned by regularly exchanging the feedbacks, particularly feedbacks about that particular customer, what they give to you. Okay, coming to the sponsorships is nothing but we want to invite some users into the work to stay true in the sense of fact, okay, to the real world. This is nothing but sponsorship. What I meant to say in the sense, hills is nothing but we want to align team on what meaningful user outcomes you are achieving and when. And coming to the playback, stay aligned by regularly exchanging the feedback on everything. And we have to learn about the last one, that is nothing but sponsorship. We want to invite actual users into the work to stay true to the real world. Later we have to discuss about the particular topic, that is nothing but what are the benefits of design thinking in further video. Up to now, thank you. These are the key alignment. These are the keys of alignment of principles of design thinking. Up to now, thank you.